And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Nashville Super Speedways. We're getting set for our 12th race of the season for the PCS Array AutoZone Amateur Series. Today, we're here at the Nashville Super Speedway here in Lebanon, Tennessee. Now, originally, we were supposed to be at the Gateway Motorsports Park near St. Louis. There's just one problem. Every time I've done a race for that, the AI, for whatever reason, gets disqualified for no reason whatsoever. And I didn't want to put out a race where drivers get disqualified for something they didn't do. So instead, I made a last minute ditch resort to switch tracks, and hopefully, racing here at Nashville will be a lot better than having a DQ for all the drivers at Gateway. So hopefully you all understand why I made this decision as far as that's concerned. So, and we'll talk about the Truck Series scenario when we get to their elimination race this afternoon. But Cleopatra Gamal starts on the pole position. If I'm not mistaken, this is her second. Yeah, it is her second career pole. Of course, she came in the season very late, because this is their fourth career start so far. Alongside is Damian Sandiego making his second start. He made his debut last week, or last time out, when these cars were racing at Pocono. Row 2 is Aaron Hornish and Ben Carpenter. Aaron Hornish dropped 5 spots after Pocono, down to 16th in points. Ben Carpenter, on the other hand, also dropped 8 spots last time out at Pocono. So those two drivers need to have a good run here today to turn what was a disappointment at Pocono. Here's the rest of your starting grid. I've already showed you the points over here to your right if you have not seen them right there. There you go. So there's the rest of your grid. We're going to get these cars rolling out on the truck behind the pace car. So this is going to be interesting. This race weekend just got a whole lot interesting. Plus, this is the updated Nashville Super Speedway, the current Nashville Super Speedway we're running right now. So there you go. Michael Anderson currently still leads the points by 57 points over Marcus Sellers. Carolina Bradley dropped a spot after Pocono. She is third in the point standings, 58 points back. Jennifer Power, fourth, currently 67 points back. Curtis Glover rounds out your top 5. He is a total of 96 points back. Then it's Ingrid Pollard, Luca Rosso, Stephanie Carlson, Daisy Flowers, and Paul Walker complete your top 10. As my roommates are finally starting to wake up because they have work today. This is going to be interesting. This race weekend just got turned upside down with the changes, but I'm just skeptical how this is going to turn out. But great crowd on hand here this morning at Nashville. We're about to start the race, and we are green here for the Nashville 120 for the AutoZone Amateur Series. Let's see how this race is going to turn out. Carpenter just takes the lead. We got 90 laps. These drivers are going to have to navigate today. And these drivers will have to make a pit stop because they cannot make it 90 laps on one tank of fuel. So this makes it a little interesting how this race is going to play out for the Truck Series because, as I said, with the fact we're here at Nashville and not Gateway, plus, let me throw on the fact we've never raced at Nashville before, and it's an elimination race for them and the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, this could make the race weekend a whole lot interesting, if you know what I mean. Check the back of the field here. We got Ryan Madison, points leaders back here. Michael Anderson, there's third in points. Carolina Bradley back here. Stephanie Carlson's back here with Blake Peppers. Mona Gamal was our winner last time out at Pocono, pulling a Lucy Granger, who won at Chicagoland the week before. Got some cars on the apron, I thought. But whoever slid all the way down the apron kept it together, and we're still green flag racing. It's a cloudy morning. It's cloudy here this morning. So these drivers are just trying to get some rubber down for the for our interesting race we're going to have. Both elimination races for Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series, and also our first race of the second round. And plus, it makes it a lot easier for the Monster Energy Series drivers because they just came off their first elimination race at Kentucky last week. So they just went straight to Lebanon after they found out Gateway was canceled due to problems with the tracks. So there you go. Tommy Montgomery passing Curtis Glover. That was a battle for the 6th position. Montgomery's starting to move up through the line. Ooh, contact between Alex Winters and Angela Thornburg, but somehow we keep it together. Checking back here. Seeing a lot of good side-by-side racing, which is really promising. And for Patrick Combs and Lucy Granger, this is an opportunity for them to get some track time because, like I said, those two are racing the truck race later today, and they're going to have some much needed track time over the other 40 drivers who already had practice and qualifying. Of course, remember, we had qualifying last night for the truck series. So they're not used to racing in the daytime. So that could theoretically play into the hands of Lucy Granger and Patrick Combs. Oh, we got a big crash in the back. But the leaders have already taken the line. Let's see who's involved. Joey Carter's in it. Ingrid Pollard, Cleopatra Gamal is in it. Stephanie Carlson, who was running very well in points. I think that's Alyssa Albon who's in it. Nina Cambridge, caution is out. Like I said, the leaders have already passed the start-finish line, so they're racing back to the line. And that looks like Alex Winters will lead us back to the line as he will inherit the lead. Cody helped me finally get that right. Now, these drivers need to speed up as the points leader was involved. Michael Anderson, who just... Oh, that was Carlson who zipped on by. These guys need to speed it up or they're going to get lapped by the pace car. But I saw the points leader got involved, Michael Anderson. He's got some rear-end damage on his Chevrolet. I don't know why they were slowing down. They could have sped up because they already took the caution. Let's see where this incident got started. Oh, I can't see a good angle. Maybe TV. Let me go to the helicopter view. Because I couldn't see a good angle. Okay, here we go. Looks like they tried to go 4 wide, and that was not going to work. Ah, here's a good angle. Looks like that is that Zach Lambert up there on the high side? Yep, that is him. Johnny Carter, Nina Cambridge, and her teammate Daisy Flowers. Yeah, they tried to go 4 wide. That was not going to work. And sent the 51. Whoops. Sent the 51 around. I was on the wrong camera angle. Had to go back to TV1 as I just... Okay, that was perfect. Cambridge in the wall. Michael Anderson got hit by Dylan Jacobs. And then there's Cleopatra running in the back. Running inside of the Ingrid Pollard machine. Carlson through the grass. Other than that, that was kind of it as far as that wreck is concerned. But the points leader taking some damage. That's not good for the points leader. This is absolutely good news for the guy who's trying to run him down for the points lead. That would be Marcus Sellers. As looks like we got a car on the apron. Who is that on the apron? That is Aaron Horner, so he's got a problem. And we'll have to come to pit road to repair whatever the issue is. Hopefully the problem is not terminal. As we're going to get set to go back to green. I had some adequate sleep last night, so I can get up early to call this AutoZone Amateur Series race. It's currently 93 degrees. Track temperature's like, I don't know, 110, but cloudy conditions is making it a little more grip. Plus, it's a lot humid outside, if you know what I mean. After that incident, nobody has dropped out of the race, so all 42 cars that have started this race will take our first restart here this morning. The good news for Lucy Granger and Patrick Combs is they will definitely have a little restroom break, have some food, just to debrief with their Coca-Cola Truck Series crew chiefs, who, by the way, are on, which, by the way, Lucy's Coca-Cola Truck Series crew chief, same with Patrick Combs' crew chief in the Truck Series. They're on the pit box of their, right next to the AutoZone Amateur Series pit crew, or crew chief, excuse me. As Alex Winter's about to lose the lead to Curtis Glover. I just realized, of course, yes, these are the ARCA cars, but I just realized last time ARCA raced here at Nashville was 2008. We're having the Amateur Series race here at Nashville. I just want to throw that out there, but it's a lot different cars than 2008, if you ask me. Scott Speed was actually the last winner of the ARCA race, which these cars are ARCA, even though this is the AutoZone Amateur Series, but I just want to throw that out there, so. And it looks like my decision of switching tracks to Nashville looks like it might have been the right decision, because we're seeing some very good racing here at the Nashville Superspeedway, so. Again, I apologize about the Gateway little controversy, so hopefully that, like I said, and I said this before and I'll say it again, hopefully that'll be the last little issue we're going to have today. Also, some new grandstands got added, so we have a great crowd on hand here at Nashville, 38,000 strong. And it looks like Aaron Hornish might have dropped a cylinder or something. Cleopatra Gamal. These are the drivers that were involved in that first incident on the front straightaway. Kevin Lambert's got some rear end damage. I wonder if that came from a stack up I didn't see. If that is the case, tough break for Kevin Lambert. And Kevin came in his race running well in points, so he's absolutely going to take a hit in the points. Patrick Combs running in 30th. Remember, he's going to be needing a good run to even keep his charter in the Truck Series, which you'll see the Truck Series later today. There's Lucy Granger in a 3-wide situation with Amy Pruitt and the 73. Hello, Payscar. How are you doing? The 73, that would be Natalie Fisher, who came in this race. Where is she? She came in this race 14th in the point. She was 5th going into Pocono last time out, until she got taken out of an incident. So now we know our first trouble spot of this track is coming off turn number 4, because I need a paper towel to wipe my mouth off, but I'm okay. Now, the leaders didn't come to pit road under that yellow. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so we're already in our window for these drivers. If they make their pit stop now, they can make it the rest of the way. But if this thing goes into a long green flag run, what lap would these drivers pit? So we can get an idea. Because, like I said, if you're Lucy Granger and Patrick Combs, not only you're getting an idea of how far you can go on a fuel run as far as this race is concerned, but you're also going to help yourselves and maybe help the Truck Series drivers on how far they can go on a tank of fuel in their race later today. And another thing about racing here at Nashville Super Speedway is that we have some nice Gibson guitars these drivers are trying to win. So whoever wins this race is taking home a Gibson guitar. And any one of those drivers who are not involved in that big wreck, like I can say only 34 are left to fight for this win. As Marcus Thatcher just took the lead from Lucas Albon. Thatcher came into this race 27th in the points, so it's not been a very good season for that rookie. Mona Gemmel, who won last time out 2 weeks ago at Pocono. They're good friends, the Amirmoez siblings. Ebony just went to victory lane last week at Kentucky. And Ebony's brother, Katsuro, just moved on to the next round of the playoffs. And you will see Ebony Amirmoez and her brother, as well as the other drivers, in 3 days' time when we race here for the Monster Energy Series race. Which, by the way, unlike the Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings, which is their elimination race, this is also the first race of the round of 12. And why do I say that? Because they just had their elimination race last week at Kentucky. The good thing about Nashville is that the track has lights, so would like to see a night version so that way we can race at night, but I'm okay with the day version. So far, I've been seeing some good racing so far as we're coming up to as we're now 28 laps, about to be 28 laps in, about to work lap number 29 of this 90-lap race. Of course, this race is the Nashville 120. We have the Rackley Roofing 200. That will be our truck race, which will be 150 laps. As we have completed, as we're already now on 30 laps. After we cross the line, we will have a total of 60 laps of racing to go here at Nashville. And of course, today is a double header day because, like I said, we have AutoZone Amateur today and the Truck Series today. Yellow is out for the second time today here at Nashville. I've really been impressed. These drivers have been getting a green flag run going, if you know what I mean. Let's see who brought out this yellow. Somebody's on the apron. Trouble. Looks like Esther Roberts might have had something to do with this caution. And she is awfully slow. So let's take a look at the replay and see what happened. Got a spin over. Oh, Lucy Granger was also collected in whatever this incident was. Let's see what happened here. Oh, she made contact with, who was that? Oh, that's Zach Lambert. He came down, got Lucy Granger. That's what spun Lucy around. Also got Esther Roberts collected in this. Esther spun in the grass. But then something else happened in turn 4. And I wonder Curtis Glover had something to do with this. Survey says no, it was actually Natasha Drummond who had something to do with this. I was wrong. Who did Natasha get spun off the nose of? It was a white car. I think that was Patrick Combs. Oh, that's female abuse for Patrick Combs, for goodness sakes. That was kind of a 3-wide situation. She goes up and gets the rear of the safer barrier, comes down, collects Amy Pruitt, who's going to slap the wall with the right side of her Link Capital Toyota. So that is what the yellow is out, and everybody's coming to pit road. Everybody pitting. Looks like Aaron Hornish, who I think is still, who's on the lead. Nope, he's a lap down. He must have got put a lap down because he probably had that unscheduled pit stop. And I believe Angela Thornburg's going to lead the battle off pit road. Let's make sure timing and scoring has confirmed that with us. That, or did we have a little error with timing and scoring? No is the answer, so I was correct. That 3 team got a very good pit stop. Looks like we're going to go back to green flag racing. All right. Nobody out of the race, so we're 2 for 2 as far as drivers not going behind the wall. But Aaron Hornish is 1 lap down, so Aaron Hornish is having a miserable last couple of races for him as we're back to green. Which we still don't know why he was a lap down to begin with, unless he had like a plug wire going wrong. Because see, he's up to speed, so yeah, so something was probably amiss there. I don't know if he had a plug wire that went bad, or a plug wire came off on that car and they had to come to pit road and raise the hood to get it fixed. Whatever the case, that is a tough break for him, but he is up to speed, so there you go. And these drivers getting a nice green flag run. Excuse me. It's the morning jitters. It's like I'm recording this at almost 7 in the morning, may I remind you all. That's why I went to bed early. Looks like Aaron Hornish has gotten himself now back on the tail end of the lead lap. Tina Jones has just taken the lead from Drake Robertson. Oh, we got a spin. The 4 must be around. And she saved it. Did that, however, bring out a yellow? The answer is no, but nice save for that 4 card. Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, there was a wreck. And that was contact with Angela Thornburg, who came down and got Luca Rosso. They both went around. However, because they were so far out of the racing line, that prompted the officials to not throw the yellow. But they're going to lose all that track position that they had and might have flat spot in those tires. But a good save for Heba Gamal. That was an impressive save. Although that's a tough break for Angela Thornburg and Luca Rosso, who are, of course, Angela Thornburg won the battle off pit road on that previous caution, so she lost all of her track position as a result of this. As we're nearing the halfway point of this race, look out, Drake Robertson and Marcus Thatcher playing nosy with one another. Play nice, you two. Morning, tequila. Thatcher having a good run. Good run for Blake Peppers in this 7. Comes in his race 18th in the points. Having a quiet rookie year. I know he's had some struggles up and down, but he's been trying to turn his season around. Oh, got a car in the wall. Car in the wall. That would be Curtis Glover. Oh, he's got some right side damage. That's 5th in points. Whoops. Looks like Ben Carpenter got a piece of that as well.
Is it trash day today?
Tomorrow.
We'll put it out tonight.
Tonight. Yeah, you said the trash cans out tonight. When I get up while you're at work, I will take care of the trash cans. Let's go back up to the 7 of Peppers, who just... Well, don't ignore Aaron Hornish, because he's currently trying to get back on the lead lap, so... This is like the battle for the lead between the 1 and the 7. And the 12 is just being an annoying back marker, because... Yes, he's trying to get himself back on the lead lap. At the same time, you're annoying the hell out of the leaders, who really don't want to put up with it. As we're halfway through the Nashville 120. Felt my sleep was a lot better last night than the previous night. So hopefully I can keep that sleep schedule good. So now the question is, These drivers came into pits around 15 or so laps ago. Say if we get like a late race yellow, do these drivers want to pit again just to make sure they have fresher tires towards the end of the race? Which, if that is indeed the case, I would rather have fresher tires and a full tank of fuel for the end of the race than having older tires and having nothing for the end of the race. Checking back here, these drivers have been off the pace. Zach Lambert, I don't know how in the world he and his brother Kevin has been trying to keep up, but they're right together, having their own little battle. And seeing the number of drivers who came in this race running well in points, the points leaders back there. Of course, Marcus Sellers, as of right now, would take the points lead heading into Kansas in 2 weeks. Which, by the way, the Kansas weekend is part of the first race of the second round for trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings in a second elimination race, as somebody is smoking, and that is Damian Sandiego. The black smoke erupting on that Castrol GTX Toyota, and he will be the first driver, sadly, out of this race, just past 50 laps. So that's a tough break for Damian, who was last time I scored, he was running inside the top 15 when his engine grenaded on him, and now he has taken his car. He will be the first driver to take his car to the garage. Oh, we got a crash. I think we had somebody smoke. Somebody spun. We got smoke. I don't think the yellow is out. I'm going to go ahead and pause this and put this on none. Somebody spun. And I'm going to investigate who that would be. Oh, 51 spun out. That would be 51 and also Alyssa Albon. That's female abuse for the 51. Sent both of them down into Ingrid Pollard. 51 goes up into the wall. Albon got spun in the grass. And the officials didn't throw the yellow as a result. That's a tough break for those drivers. Marcus Sellers is now taking the lead. And the 56 is now out of the race. So this is big for the 12 because that's a position for the 12. I need to ask Freedom if I can get a new pillow, because my pillow's not comfy, if you know what I mean. So, tough break for some of those drivers, so... By the way, our truck race, which is the Rackley Roofing 200. That'll be a 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time green flag. Hopefully you'll look forward to that race. It'll be the same thing I'm going to say as far as why we're here, just like if you didn't see the first part of the intro to this race. Of course, the amateur series. This is the opener of this four races we have here this weekend. Of course, we have two today, being this series and the AutoZone Amateur Series, as they're about to catch Cleopatra Gamol and put her a lap down. So that would be another spot for Aaron Hornish, and he would be up to 40th. But like I said, I was talking about this, these drivers, so far we only had 2 cautions, and so far we've had a nice little green flag run on both of these occasions. So that says to me we may end up seeing that in our truck race. Drake Robertson lead, plus we also have been having some lead changes. Drake Robertson comes to this race 30th in the points. He has not registered a top 5 this season. Only 2 top 10s. He's had a really struggling season. And that 48, as they have now caught Cleopatra. Look out, Carolina Bradley getting a little aggressive here. Nearly spun the 5-Hour Energy Toyota. But somehow, someway, we keep it together. Remember, Carolina Bradley is another driver like Marcus Sellers, who's trying to run down Michael Anderson for the points lead. Anderson's running 24th. Sellers is running 5th, so he's about 19 spots ahead. As of now, Marcus Sellers would take the points lead heading into next timeouts race at Kansas in 2 weeks. Which now he just took the lead, so that could be even bigger. I think these drivers will definitely be able to get to the end without an issue. Unless we get a caution, that could play this race really interesting, as they're about to lap Johnny Carter. And for those that don't know, Johnny Carter is the little brother of Brooklyn Carter, who you will see her in the Monster Energy race in 2 days' time. Because like I said, today is AutoZone Amateur and the Coca-Cola Truck Series. Tomorrow we will have the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Monster Energy will have happy hour here at Nashville. Then it'll be the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. The Tennessee Lottery 250. If the race distance goes over 250, then I'm sorry. It's because I couldn't get it to 188 laps, to be fair with you all. Actually, it could be the Federated Auto Parts 300. Either way, we hope you'll look forward to that race tomorrow, which is also an elimination race, and 4 drivers will be eliminated from that, as we will whittle our playoff grid from 12 to our Elite 8 for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. And then we will have our division races, which will be the first race of the round of 12 for the Monster Energy Series the day after that. Before next week, it's only Monster Energy Series that will head to Arizona for their second race of the second round before we have their elimination race at Kansas. Marcus Sellers in the 6th, battling with Pete Ramirez. Let me point out, Alyssa Albon and Esther Roberts are 35th and 36th in points. They are They are the last two. They are next to last and last in points of the drivers who've raced every race this season. Of course, the AutoZone Amateur Series, like I said, will be off next week. Same with Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series. We'll see them at Kansas. Then AutoZone Amateur will be off again until we go to, I believe we go to Talladega. Somebody is smoking. I saw a little stack up. Oh, it's Blake Peppers, who was having such a good run today. As I pull up my schedule, I'll fix it to Nashville. Yep. Actually, no, they go to Michigan, then Talladega, and then Toronto to close the season. That's a shame for Blake Peppers, who was having such a good run, and now his day is going to sadly come to an end. Another mechanical problem, if you ask me. Hello, Pace Car. How are you doing? I also forgot to mention that's the sheriff in town, as they like to say about the Sheriff Pace Car. I like that Sheriff Pace Car. Look at this, 3 wide for the lead. Now you know why I made the right decision to send this series to Nashville. And I'm not regretting it. These drivers are having a very good battle for the lead. Of course, speaking of the Amir Moez, we're going to see Azar Amir Moez and her sister Makara later today for the Truck Series. And as I talked about this in the Truck Series, you know, like I said, we're going to have 3 drivers getting eliminated in that regard. So we're coming to 20 laps to go in this race. Probably I'm getting ready to turn this light off so I can have the deal on. I'll throw a little warning out to everybody. If you hear some honking, that's coming from my house manager who's honking at my roommate to say hurry up. Just throwing that out there just for a little disclaimer. Check where... Oh, someone's blown up, and that's Dan McAllister. McAllister, who's had an anonymous race going. Looks like he's going to be another driver out of the race. A couple of drivers are now a lap down. Is that going to bring out a caution? I hope not. Oh, Dan, what are you doing, son? Dan McAllister's coming up on the racetrack. Oh, this could be a yellow, because this is right in the middle of the racing. Well, it's actually not in the racing line. I just don't know what the hell he's doing. It's like Dan McAllister's just trying to bring out a yellow or something. I mean, pull that thing down the track there, son. Yep, caution's out. Caution's out for the 63. Because he left some oil on the track. So our third caution of the day. My God, Dan McAllister left a big puddle of oil or something on the track. And the officials will have to go ahead and clean that up. So, doesn't look like we need to go to a replay. As Dan McAllister is going to bring it to pit road. Pit lane is open for anyone that wants to come to pit road, even though I don't think anyone's coming to pit road. looks like nobody's going to come to pit road. That's a piston, so it looks like he dumped a crap load of oil and then some on the track. So the officials will go ahead and clean it up. So our caution, our third of the day. And again, another caution after having another green flag run, which says to me, this could be a little interesting for the Truck Series elimination race. I'm going to turn that light off.
From the dishwasher.
You want to start it.
You don't want to do that.
For the love of Pete.
Don't start this much. Don't even do it.
Oh,
I should just draw a drunken. I should just draw Mario. I'm a drunk boy on his forehead right about now. If not, I'll start it after this race, because I'm getting ready to put this cup in there. So the pace car currently still pacing the field as we're under pacing. Actually, I'll go ahead and do the dishwasher while these drivers are currently on their pace, or under their pacing. Alright, I'm gonna start the dishwasher. Okay, get your butt in there. Come on, get your butt back in there. Thank you very much. Alright, I'm starting the dishwasher. So Mario can knock it off with that crap. Okay? Okay. Alright. And perfect timing, because we're about to go back green, so that was perfect timing on my part. Just took the 1 to go signal. We're going to go back to green next time by. Only 3 cars out of the race, but 3 cars due to mechanical failure. We have 39 cars on track, 35 of them on the lead lap. Paul Walker being the last of those on the lead lap. Paul Walker, the race car driver, not Paul Walker, the actor who died. Just to clarify, if anybody asks me who am I referring to. Mona Gamal, the leader. Marcus Sellers in second. Third is Peach Ramirez. Fourth, Tommy Montgomery. Fifth, Marcus Thatcher. Sixth, Blake Morris. Seventh for Tina Jones. Good run for Blake. Drake Robertson, eighth. Ryan Madison, ninth. Daisy Flowers complete the top 10. And we are back to green for what could be the final restart of the day, providing we don't have an incident with the lap cars. Aaron Hornish is up to speed. All the other drivers are not up to speed because they were involved in an incident earlier in the event. And Marcus Sellers will take the lead. And I will update the schedule so there's no confusion. Ooh, almost contact between Aaron Hornish and Marcus Sellers. For his annoyance of the leaders, he did on the, not this restart we just got done with, but the previous. Mr. Aaron Hornish has been summoned to the AutoZone Amateur Series trailer for a discussion with the officials. As we're now at 10 laps of racing to go here at Nashville. Want to remind everybody that this telecast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association, and it may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts or description of this broadcast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association. PCSRA want to thank you fans for your continued support. We hope you enjoyed today's 2 races here at Nashville. Just get that promo out of the way. Caution's out. Now Aaron Hornish is going to have to beat the leaders to the line. Survey says he did, so our 4th caution of the race. And Aaron Hornish is back on the lead lap. Oh, Nina Cambridge. Cleopatra Gamal. So much for what I said earlier about I hope we don't have a yellow involving lap cars. I don't know if Liliana Bata or Amy Pruitt was collected in this. Possibly Kevin Lambert. But Joey Carter looks like his day is going to be done. Let's take a look at the replay and see what happened. Oh, we had a big wreck. And this happened right with Carolina Bradley. That's male abuse. So Carolina spins the 51 out. Right in front of the 3 car. A lot of other drivers got collected in that. Oh, Marcus, the 2 got a piece of it. Nina Cambridge, Liliana Bata, and Amy Pruitt were collected. Dylan Jacobs got collected in this incident as well. Who else was also in there? I see Patrick Combs got a lot of damage to his machine. Zach Lambert also got a piece of it. So did Curtis Glover. I believe Kevin Lambert got a piece of it as well, if I'm correct. Yep. Cleopatra, there's Carlson. Yep. Kevin Lambert got a piece of it. Ingrid Pollard nearly ran in the back of the 29. I believe the points leader was also collected. Let's go on board with the points leader, see if that was indeed the case. Been a rough day for Michael Anderson, the points leader. Let's see. Gonna see the wreck right up ahead. Yep, ran into the door of Nina Cambridge. So the points leader did take some more damage to his number 2. As we're going back to live action, first time we're going to have drivers out of the race involving a wreck is concerned. So that's a disappointment. So looks like some impatience on some drivers as far as trying to keep their composure on a restart is concerned. We are going to restart with 5 laps of racing to go. Drivers out after that incident. We got away with it as far as the some yellows. This one, not the case. Patrick Combs, Nina Cambridge, Stephanie Carlson, Cleopatra Gamal, and Johnny Carter are now out of the race. They joined Dan McAllister, Blake Peppers, and Damian Sandiego, who have already taken their cars behind the wall due to their engine failures. Boy, I have a feeling we're going to have a points leader after this. Tina Jones currently leading this race. The other question is who's going to get a "you blew it" as far as I'm concerned. As we're going to come to 4 laps of racing to go. If the caution comes out now, this will be the race for the win. But thankfully, since we were inside of 10 laps to go, all restarts are single-filed. By the way, Aaron Hornish restarted at the rear of the field. He's all the way up to 24th right now. But of course, Aaron Hornish still has that meeting with race control after this race in the AutoZone trailer for why he couldn't get out of the leader's way earlier in the day. Marcus Sellers trying to capitalize on the misfortunes of Michael Anderson. And Marcus Sellers is also one of the drivers who's trying to get a charter for next season in the Truck Series. He's trying to do that, but Tommy Montgomery might have something to say about that. 2 to go here at Nashville. We'll take the white flag next time by. If we take the white and the yellow is out, we race back to the checkers. Regardless what happens. Oh, God. Still court?
Full court, yeah.
Full court.
Look what it says on the front.
I know, risk here.
Yeah.
I saw the front. I didn't see the back.
Yeah.
White flag for Heba Gamal. One more lap around Nashville.
That's fair.
This is going to be an interesting finish to this race, boys and girls.
There you go.
Lucy's going to get a top 15 after that, after she's been through. Marcus Sellers and Marcus Thatcher going 3 wide. This is for the win. Thatcher with a great pass, and Marcus Thatcher's going to get his first career win in the AutoZone Amateur Series. What a race. First win of his AutoZone Amateur Series career for Marcus Thatcher. Came in this race 27th in the points. He's absolutely going to move himself through the point standings after this race here today. Let's wait for standings to get official. Caution's out, but it doesn't matter. Race is already over. And indeed, standings are indeed official. What a race here at Nashville for the return, or for the first time ever for the Amateur Series. Thatcher with the win. Marcus Sellers so close. He'll settle for second, but with him finishing 20 spots ahead of Michael Anderson, I think Marcus Sellers would take the points lead because he's also another driver who's trying to run down Michael Anderson for the Rookie of the Year honor. So he did his Rookie of the Year and championship hopes a whole lot of good. Drake Robertson third, Ryan Madison fourth, Heba Gamal fifth. She was the leader coming to the white flag. Blake Morris, Pete Ramirez, Tina Jones, Tommy Montgomery, and Jennifer Power completed the top 10. Lucy Granger battled all the way back for a 12th place result. So, well, even though she was involved in that little incident, but she'll be very delighted with 12th, and hopefully she'll build on that going into the truck race. So that's going to be big for Lucy. Mona Gamal, Alex Winters, Carolina Bradley, and Esther Roberts complete top 15. Big run needed for Esther Roberts. Came in this race the last in points of the drivers who ran every race, and she's had a struggle. So that's a definite well-needed run for her. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, 4 cautions. As I said, points leader came home 22nd. Second in points, ended up finishing second. Where did Carolina Bradley finish? Carolina came home 14th. That was third in points. Jennifer Power also had a top 10 run. That's fourth. So we had 31 cars finished on the lead lap. Natasha Drummond was the last car to finish on the lead lap. Angela Thornburg, Alyssa Albon, Kevin Lambert finished 1 lap down apiece. Everybody else finished out of the race as a result And they are Patrick Combs, Nina Cambridge, Stephanie Carlson, Cleopatra Gamal, Johnny Carter, Dan McAllister, Blake Peppers, and Damian San Diego.
Yes, you can, Mario. Invest in more.
So, well, this is going to be a point shaker-upper, if you ask me, and we're going to get ready to show you your point standings in just a second. As you look one more time at the finishing results. Looking forward to the Truck Series race, in which we will find out who will be the 4 drivers that will get eliminated. But first, we got to see what the points did for the Amateur Series. F word. Hang on. Is Nashville... Hang on a second. Is Nashville not even on here? I'll have to add it on here. Alright, let me quickly get Nashville added to the tracks. But yeah. We'll show you your points in just a second. I gotta get Nashville added to the game. Or added to score 4, easy for me to say. So I'm gonna say it's a 3. I'll just do that. If I need to edit it, I'll edit it later. Okay. Alright. And it says not found. I will fix it. Alright, there we go. Nashville 120. Oh, it says 5 cautions. Technically, it should be 4, because I don't count that 5th caution. Actually, we had 5 cautions, not 4. I'm sorry. And yes, we have a U blue, and I'll address that in the VC later. So I'm not going to do it right this second. So, all right. Now we're going to show you your point standings heading into next timeout's race in 2 weeks. And here they are. And I was correct. Marcus Sellers, with that second place result, has taken the points lead from Michael Anderson, Jennifer Power, Caroline Bradley, Curtis Glover, Luca Rosso, Pete Ramirez, Ingrid Pollard, Daisy Flowers, and Natalie Fisher complete top 10. Sellers has closed the points gap to 2 in the Rookie of the Year honor. So the Rookie of the Year is going to come down to the wire between, more than likely, Michael Sellers and Michael Anderson on who will win Rookie of the Year honor. I think Aaron Hornish needs a big day next week to even get himself back into the Rookie of the Year contention, but it's looking theoretically a 2-horse race as far as Michael Anderson, and Marcus Sellers, So, there you go. But, hope you guys enjoyed today's race at Nashville. That was a lot exciting race, and if the Truck Series race I'm going to do was any indication based off what we saw today here at Nashville, we're in for a good race. If you enjoyed this race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Array Crew today. We've shown you your full finisher results. You're looking at your rookie points and your overall points heading into next week's race in 2 weeks from Kansas. That is the weekend. We will have the first race of the second round for trucks, the first race of the second round for Buffalo Wild Wings Series, and our second elimination race for the Monster Energy Series so far. Up next, we continue our Nashville weekend. We have our Truck Series elimination race. 3 drivers will get eliminated today. Tomorrow, 4 drivers will get eliminated in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. First elimination race. Then it's first race of the second round for the Monster Energy Series. Before next week, it's only Monster Energy Series who will be racing at Arizona Speedway to determine who will be in the elimination zone going into Kansas, which is their second elimination race. So until then, I've been Didi Full signing off. Thanks for watching yet another broadcast courtesy of the PCS Array, the best NR racing around the world since 2017. We'll see you this afternoon for the truck race.